All praise due to the Fahrenheit slang. It is the slangs that brings us here together. All praise due to the Fahrenheit slang. It is the slangs that brings us purpose. It's the fair. 10 days of Fahrenheit, we in day 9. The Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2 is about to get off the hook, yo. The stage has been set. Now the action finna occur. My name is First Degree the D. This is the Fahrenheit Hour. We live on the YouTubes. That's where you catch us in the group. But right now we live on the TikToks. We live on the Facebooks. Why? Because we're celebrating Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2, Episodes 6 through 10. And it's so much of exciting we had together. First, a message from the Schlangs. May the Schlangs allow us to release what we cannot control and focus on what we can. Mm, mm, mm. May the Schlangs allow our minds to be calm and our bodies relax in the face of conflict. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. May the Schlangs allow us to choose peace over worry. That's gonna make us live long. We got so much to do, so many corners to bend, so many corners to bend. It's important that we stay focused on our peace and stay calm through conflict. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. May the Schlangs allow us to let go our negative thoughts and embrace positivity and momentum. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. And finally, may the Schlangs allow us to be grounded, centered, and at peace with the universe. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. It's the fair. I'm in the chat with it. Holla at me in the chat. Holla at me in the chat. Go to my YouTube for Frank. What's good with it? Sick always in the building. You're here early this time. What's good with it, Carlos? We in the building. Now you see I done pinned. This is a Q&A. Okay, we doing Q&A. I'm having so much fun with it. At the same time, I got some of the questions from last sessions that I couldn't answer. So I'm going to start with those. But you already know and fill up the chat with the question. We also on the TikToks. Lanco Trent, what's good with it? Apple. Oh, this is Apple user. Rice Peter person, what's good with it, my G? What's good with it? It's the fair bear. Now, as you well know, okay, we've released Underbelly Sound War Season 2 every day this week. Yesterday, we released episode 8, the final foundation episode. Now we launching from here, yo. Okay, so we're going to spend half of the first half of the program talking about what we just synced it. And I want you to give me your opinion on that. Ashreen in the building. Teach at your school. Shots, I'm sure you're doing great. I'm glad you're tuning in with the crew. Now, this is where we were. Okay. The Black Index got back together, yo. The Black Index got back together, yo. The Extreme Times. First Degree, the DE being labeled a terrorist over a mountain fire that he didn't, not only did he not commit, but he dang near lost his life in. Okay. I'm reading that comment. Okay, we're gonna have to talk about that one. All right, back on it. First Degree, the DE is labeled a terrorist. Not only did he lose, he was part of the off-grid community, yo. All that was lost, and he had a near-death experience where he went to heaven and synced his peepaw, his father. Okay. But the moral of the story was all that was going on, all that was getting dead, forced the Black Index to get back together. So this is monumental times in the series. The Gentleman, Trigger, Backman, Black Ulim, Street Monster, Super Black. I'm gonna hold my tongue on that one. Hold my tongue. Y'all get me feeling myself so much that I get to spilling the beans. Today's episode is a star-studded episode, yo. Brother Lynch Hung episode, not today's episode, yo. Special appearance from Brother Lynch Hung. Special appearance from Equipto from Dubai. That's already on fire. Special appearance from Folk Beta, where he has to go off into the Pacific Ocean. Special appearance from Po Man Dre. Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2, Episode 9 is a star-studded event with a whole lot of parody. I can't believe today is the day. We're going to talk about that later, man. Get back to episode 8. First Degree, we talk about that near-death experience. He's in the spirit world. He sees his father. He sees his whole life. He hears a melody while he's in heaven. He hears a melody while he's in heaven. And then he wakes up. Okay? Then he wakes up. So First Degree is back with us. Okay? Then Feedback Fang. Man, he didn't have nothing to do with nothing. But he's awarded the government awards him the Medal of Hero, saying that he rescued everybody in the fire. It was Dead Wave in them that caused the fire. That was just symbolic of how deep Dead Wave, and it's parallel with real life, yo. Stay with me. Shouts out to my man Don Griff. He was the first to see this because he's the one doing the For Yours Eyes Only. Okay. I showed it to him and he was just like, this might go over to people's head. Well, I know this is for us. That made me think of us. I was like, it's not gonna go over our head because this is the elites where the elites of minds gather. Okay. But Feedback Fang being awarded the Medal of Honor for rescuing people from that fire that he had nothing to do with is a symbol of how these people get behind the media and they just orchestrate. Matter of fact, at the end of the episode, we see Dead Wave just orchestrating the news media like it's an orchestra with the song Fright Waltz. Oh, and I also meant to say, Sick, you and the B mentioned songs. The song you mentioned yesterday in yesterday's show, yo. We got a music video for it. I'm gonna leave it to your surprise, but it was a song you mentioned yesterday. We got a music video for it. As you know, in these Underbelly, we've been showing some old school First Degree to DE concerts when he was young and he had the hair on his head, yo. Traveling all over the West Coast, traveling all over the Midwest, doing shows with Andre Nicotina, Mac Dre, Brother Lynch Hung, Be Legit, Bone Thugs, Court Dog. Good times, yo. We filling up the chat with questions. Mr. Fair. So before I go to y'all's question, we filling up the chat. Shouts out to Luca. Shouts out to Moonlight. Old school Danny B in the building. Ahmed was good with it. Let me get some shots out in the YouTube because that's what we gathered. Michael was good. We got the same name, yo. All right, real quick. Some questions from, we'll continue the update on what happened in yesterday's show on the second half of the show. Real quick, for our TikTok audience, we go in 7:30. We all meeting at Underbelly Sound Wars episode 9 YouTube. It's the worldwide premiere. Okay, so we got a couple minutes left with the TikToks. I want to answer a couple questions. The first question was, what's my favorite album to make? That was such a great question. What's my favorite album to make? My favorite project to make, like this Underbelly Sound Wars, is when I go into a cave for 8 months, burv off whatever's burved off, whatever I'm pregnant with, burv it off. And moments like this where I finally get to share it with you. Can you imagine just working on something for months and months and months of vision? It's not even real. And you just got to do it piece by tiny little piece until it becomes real. Then you get to share it with your people. So that's my favorite part, man. This part when I'm sharing it. Next question was, did I ever kick it with Mac Dre? Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. We kicked it, we toured together. Okay. We toured together, but on the side of that, Nick Peace, shouts out to Nick Peace, Andre Nicotemo. We was kicking it in the studio, off the tour, and that was a funny dude. I mentioned a couple shows ago, he inspired me because he was just himself in the mic booth. He was himself in the mic booth. Okay. Next question was, what song made me the most famous? I liked it, that question. You know why? Over all the years, it's been different people that know me in different ways, yo. Okay, some know me through Nicotine and the Mac Dre shows we just mentioned. I've been places they did not know who Brother Lynch was. They didn't know who Mac Dre was. And I was out there selling FU CDs in Louisville with a buckshot. Okay. But I will say the Loaded album made me the most out there. Okay, I'm gonna go before we get off the TikTok. I'm gonna ask me a question on the TikTok before we let y'all go. YouTube, you're still filling up with questions. Those were just back questions. Cause you see, I consider y'all's words very important. I had to go back, but now I'm going forward. So YouTube, you're filling up with questions. I'm gonna do a little more. I'm gonna get a couple questions. Old school Danny BX. Is the compilation before there was Fahrenheit some of my early work, and how old was I? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Before there was Fahrenheit. 18. 18 with it, before all the Lynch and before all that, before everything. We was recording we was recording in Harmonic, same studio as Lynch. Okay, but this is before, you know, the world knew who he was, and before Fahrenheit or all the even maybe like the cusp of Black Market. So thanks for asking that. That's an old album, started in like 92, my dude. All right, one more question on the TikTok. You were with Nick Peace in Boulder. B-Boy said, "Ooh, you know it, my dude. Thank you for mentioning that in the chat. That just stampifies certification of the story I'm getting told. We crossed the nation. We in the 303 with it. I know it's not Boulder, but you know it's Denver. And before we go on break, I'm gonna ask one more question from the TikToks. Coupe de Ville was good with it. You the man, dog. B-Boy said Planet Zero was good with it. Give me one question. One more question. Oh, my time is up. But let's check this out. We live on the YouTube. YouTube, we're gonna take a 1 minute break here while I switch from the TikToks to the Instagrams and the Twitter time, then the nip and outs and the blah, blah, blah. Join us on the YouTube, TikTok, 7:30. We going live on Underbelly Sound Wars episode 9. So meet us all there. Where the elites of gather. Where the elites of gather. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 We back in real time. And we done join the Instagram audience. All praise. Wait, say it with me, fam. When we come back from the break, I want you to say it with me. All praise due to the Fahrenheit Schlang. It is the Schlangs that brings us here together. All praise due to the Fahrenheit Schlang. It is the Schlangs that brings us purpose. It's the Fahrenheit. We back from the break. Welcome the Instagram audience. We live at 7 o'clock on YouTube's. We on the Facebooks. Why? Because Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2 is that of important. We back on the program. Earlier, we was talking about what happened in episode 8. We talking episode 9, which is coming up at 7:30 in about 15 of minutes. We got it's a star-studded affair. We got Brother Lin Chung. We got Funk Beta. We got The Equipto. And we got Paul Mandre. The story is set. Now it's time for the series of action to occur. There's a series of twists, forming a series of twists. So make sure you meet us at 7:30 Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2, Episode 9, live premiere, worldwide premiere on the YouTubes. Before I go to the chat, I got a message from the Schlangs. May the Schlangs allow us to trust the timing of life in this universe. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. Oh, may the Schlangs allow us to be resilient in the face of adversity. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. Warriors in this piece. That's why we gather. And if you're new to the Fahrenheit, it's where the elite minds of gather. That's its purpose. Moving forward. Sometimes I get excited and hit the computer, man. May the Schlangs allow us to welcome tranquility into all of our lives. Juntos, that mean together. May the Schlangs allow us to be patient with ourselves and with others, but mostly we set ourselves first. We taking care of ourselves, then we gonna make the world a better place. But first we make our world a better place, you feel me? Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. And finally, may the Schlangs allow us to inhale peace and exhale distress. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. It's the fair. Holla at me in the chat. Okay, for the Instagram audience, we doing a Q&A. I'm answering questions from the chat. I can't help. It's the funnest part of all this. I'm learned it. Yeah, I usually have the scheduler, and then y'all just talking. I just start reading. Y'all is the star of the show. So fill up the chat with questions. But first, we're going to continue what we just synced it in Underbelly Sound Wars episode 8. Okay, Feedback Fang gets the award. First degree to D is to blame. Then Feedback Fang. We're about halfway through the show now for the Instagram audience. Feedback Fang and the gentleman meet. Why? Because even after winning this award, Feedback Fang ain't giving a He's out pressing civilians. He don't care about nothing of how it look or nothing. He's so angry and wants so much, not angry, that's the wrong word. He's so focused on getting this information from the gentleman. He's asking all humans, and out of nowhere, the gentleman stop. And they have an intellectual conversation about enlightenment. Hey, the gentleman, the leader of the Black Index, and let down his guard and just put himself out there against this super warrior that everyone talking about filming. And at the end of the conversation, Feedback Fang says, next time we meet, we will be enemies. Stop yourself, Feedback Fang. Stop yourself, Feedback Fang. We didn't know you could talk like that. Meanwhile, Schlumpulicious and Street Monster hook up. And we finally hearing about Street Monster, what she's up to. She angry. You know how Dead Wave's One World Order ain't gonna rub the right way with Street Monster. So she's angry. She calling the event with Schlumpulicious. Schlumpulicious, man, sound like you need to kick it. Of course, she's saying yes. And they hit the casino. All night, you got Schlumpulicious and Street Monster in the casino. Up, down, up, down. And by the end of the fray, Schlumpulicious like, well, what's up with Street Monster? You know? What's she up to? Then Super Black said, Street Monster says Super Black is up to something huge in San Diego, yo. Shots out to the San Diego town, the 619 with it. And then shortly after that, Super Black becomes a wanted worldwide terrorist. It's all over the news. How did the news catch on like that so quickly? Now the whole world is looking for Super Black and they know she's in San Diego. So that's a problem. They say she's planning a terrorist attack. So maybe we'll learn a little bit more about that in today's episode. What up, Gabriel? What up, Barber? What up, Computer Mind? What's good with it? What up, Urban? What's good with it? Super Black's a fugitive for planning a terror attack. Okay, now that mixed in with some superior of Schlapp. That story mixed in with some superior of Schlapp is where we are right now. Last two episodes are fitting to go off the chain with us. I'm so glad you're here. I can't believe this is real. Holla at me in the chat with some questions. Holla at me in the chat with some questions. DE, is this how I am when I'm a teacher? No, absolutely not. This is how I am when I'm with you. Good question. I'm so many different people. And remember, Sick, I told you it's one of those songs is in this one. All right, Carlos, I'll remember that at the end of the show. Sometimes I gotta do them long notes just to let people know, yo, that ain't no studio trick. Okay, when you hear DE singing them long notes, that ain't no studio trick. I just gotta let them know, and I still can do it. San Jose, what up, Felipe? What's good with it? Yo, give me a question. I'm looking for question. Where Felipe asks, where can you email me some beats? My email is mrthede.com at hotmail.com. Can I play my first song? My first song ever, yo. My first song ever was a song called Freak to This. When I was in the 10th grade, yo, and spread it around the high school making tapes. It just spread out for free. It was called Freak to This. That song is Freak to This. Dance up after life of party. I don't remember. Like I was saying, I got 700 songs. I don't remember all. But boom. All right, signed copy of Fahrenheit Underbelly, first degree to DE.com. Go to the store, my G. I'll get it to you personally. Heaters in the what's up, chronic heaters in the oven. When I was Michael Colin, life was simple and sweet. Now, first degree to DE, hit with frivolous lawsuits are all week. Shuts out the computer. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Y'all give me some questions. We got 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes. Felipe's on the Facebooks too. DE, who's behind my production other than Funk Beta? Really? Me? On them yees. That's my favorite part of making the song is making the beat, yo. Me on them yees, Beta, Pome and Dre sometimes. Sometimes I got people come in and play the guitar or something. But that's me, man. That's my soul in them tracks. Real chop. That's my soul in them tracks. Okay, I'm looking for one more question. I'm gonna do Carlos's I Am Real at the end. See if I can still do it. But I'm still doing one more question. Oh, I saw that question last time. I told you I'm an upstanding citizen on the Facebooks and Instagrams and the chans and the U grips and the. I can't answer that. Man, Carlos, I'm telling you, this next episode is epic. The next two are epic. It's going to be some serious curveballs thrown our way. All right. Got a special request to do this. Let me check the Instagram real quick. Do I miss Schlumpylicious? Josh, what a great question. I wish I could tell more. I can't spill too many. That is a good question. He's around. He's in this. It's going down. It's going down. Just keep watching. It's going down. And just keep of watching. It's going down. All right, here we go. I am real. I am real. Like, for example, that piano solo, that's Poe Mandre. Okay, so I'll make the core of it, and then sometimes these elite of producers, Poe Mandre, Funk Beta, I fly them on in on the track, and it become magic. All right, y'all. Meet me at Underbelly Sound Wars Season 2, Episode 9. The worldwide premiere is now on YouTube. And meet me back here tomorrow. Same Fahrenheit station, same Fahrenheit.